jump into this trying new makeup video, I wanted to show you guys real quick the bamboo organizer that I showed you in my ShopMissA haul. This has really been working out really nice. I can fit a lot of palettes in here. I have some in here like the Primal palette that I'm just kind of having in my rotation. This one right here, which is the Lush Life palette from ColourPop. Wanting to test this to see if I want to continue keeping it, you know, through my next haul. I saw a bunch of acrylic organizers that I was thinking about getting, and I'm so glad that I went with this one. $1.88 does everything that I needed to. Currently right now it is out of stock, but they should be getting it in stock soon. If they do, make sure you snag it. It works really well for me. I'm very happy with it. All right, now let's jump into this trying new makeup. So before we jump into the eyeshadow palettes, I do want to throw on some blush and highlighter, but I am going to go on ahead and prime my eyelids real quick using my Milani eyeshadow primer. So I have 4 shades here of the Hush Cream blushes. This is from the AOA Studio brand itself. The AOA Studio brand is ShopMissA's in-house brand, and I think almost everything here, except maybe a couple of items, are directly from the AOA Studio brand. The shade that we're going to use today is Cupid. This is kind of a muted, soft pink. So pretty. I'm going to use my sponge as usual to apply this. I've already used one of these 4 blushes in my Clay It Cool ColourPop video that went up this past weekend. I just really love this formula. I feel like it blends really beautifully over powder, which is very important. I have oily skin and I set everything down with powder, so it's not going to work over powder. It's pretty much not going to do me any good. And these blend out really nicely, and they're long wearing. It's a very pretty soft muted pink. I think it's going to go really well with any of the 4 eyeshadow palettes that I decide to use today. For highlighter, I have the Malibu Glitz highlighters. These are the Shimmering Skin Perfectors. You can see these are pretty big. They're going to last me well. I think I'm going to go with this one. This is Champagne Pop. This is a little bit of a pink kind of undertone to it. I've not used these before. When I did my initial haul, I did swatch them, and they're really pretty, but I haven't actually used them like before now. Anyway, this will be my first time actually using them. Got a little bit too much there. Blend that out with my finger. I will say that these are a little more textury in a sense that you can see a little bit more of my texture with these. They're not like super smooth. They don't leave just like a glossy kind of a wet look from what I'm seeing. I really like a liquid highlighter that leaves like that glossy, just kind of wet look to the cheek. You don't look like you're wearing like a bright glittery highlighter on your cheek. It's blending in nice, but yeah, I do see a little bit more of my texture. The AOA Studio, I think it's the Glow Baby liquid highlighters. Those are beautiful. Very smooth, very wet looking on the cheeks. Love those. All right, now let's move into eyeshadow. We have 4 palettes. I showed these already in my haul. Maruyama, very pretty. Then this one is Himeji. I know I'm saying these wrong. Please forgive me if I'm saying them wrong. But this shade right here is absolutely gorgeous. The swatches for all 4 palettes will be on my TikTok, and then in a couple of days after that, I'll move them. I will also put them on my reels. So if you're wanting to see the actual swatches, and you guys, these swatched beautifully. The formula in these is very comparable to like my $16 ColourPop palettes, and these were $1.88 each. I bought all 4 of them like in a bundle. I think there was like 7 something, so that was really nice. And I've already made another ShopMissA order. They had their 11% off sale this past weekend. I think it was like their birthday anniversary or something like that. The best time to order ShopMissA is during their 11% off sale, and also whenever they're having their $1 shipping. Those are the best times to order. I really just liked this packaging. That was the thing that really just got me with these palettes. But you have these 2. I really like the peachiness of this one. This one is like gorgeous with these deep purple shades. These 3 are shimmers. This one is a matte. This is the one that I'm thinking about doing. Kind of leaning toward this one. And then the last one here is Sakura Season. This is the one that I was saying would it make more sense pink? I had some comments in that video that said the same thing, that this would have made more sense if it was a pink palette. Now to decide which one I'm actually going to use today. As usual, we are going to Walmart. It seems a lot of the times when I'm filming, we are going to Walmart to do some shopping. I think I'm going to go with Maruyama. I want that pink in there, but I don't want it to be like super intense like this one. I might do a look with this in like TikTok and Reels, but I think this is the one that we're going to go with today. I'm going to take this fluffy crease brush from Profusion, and we're going to go into this shade. There are no actual shade names. I just want to kind of dust this on my lid. It's a very soft muted pink, kind of matches this blush. Oh, do you see that? When you're done with this video, definitely head over to TikTok to see these swatches. These, the mattes were so freaking buttery. I mean buttery and pigmented. And the shimmers were like super creamy. There was only one shade that was a little bit grittier, and it's in the Himeji palette, which I know I'm saying wrong, but it's this shade right here in the corner. This one is a little more gritty. It's not as smooth as the shimmers and the rest of the palettes as a whole, but still very pretty. That one, you're probably definitely going to want to use like a glitter adhesive, a shimmer adhesive base underneath to make sure that it sticks and that you don't have like, granules and stuff falling everywhere, because it's a little more glittery, a little more gritty. This is so pretty. I mean, just look at just how soft these are blending. Like I said, you guys, these palettes were $1.88. I moved my Kimchi Chic Trixie Mattel fan. In my last video, I had it right here sitting over my mirror, but it looked like I had like a hat or something in my head. It reminded me a lot of the Emperor's New Groove, that Disney movie. So I moved it over here, and I think it looks a lot better. I think it's the framing is just a lot better. It doesn't look like I'm wearing, a little crown on top of my head. And this shadow is just blending just beautifully. I'm going to take a flat shader brush. This one is from Beauty Bay. We're just going to do a very simple look. I want to go into this shade right here. It has kind of like little specks in there, like little specks of like gold and pink. It just looks really pretty. The swatch was gorgeous. And it's so super creamy too. I'm just going to lay this on my lid. Just a very simple, soft pink look we're going with today. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more. Just wet my brush using my little Bolero spray right here. Get this from the Dollar Tree. And it works really good for like kind of foiling and making shadows just really pop. You can also use a glitter base, like, the NYX glitter base, which I'm still wanting to pick up and haven't yet. But this spray works really well. And that is just a gorgeous shade. Oh, that is a pretty soft pink. I'm going to take that first shade, just blend it along the edges here. I'm going to take this flat shader brush from AOA Studio. This is the E131. And we're going to go into this shade and lay that in this area. Is that what we want to do? Yeah, that's what we're going to do. It's a very kind of a peachy champagne shade. I'll lay that in this area. I mean, look at this. Do you see how super bright and pigmented and shiny and wet looking that is? Oh, that is just stunning. I'm very happy when I can find very inexpensive, budget-friendly products, especially, nowadays and everything being so expensive, and they just perform like this, just so beautiful. I'm going to take this really deep shade here. I'm going to lay that along my lower lash line. That is a shimmer, just so you know. This really thin pencil brush. Yeah, this is from one of those dough color collections. I have all that linked in my description box. They're still available on Amazon. I just want to kind of put this really close to that lower lash line. It's kind of like a sparkling lower lash line liner. I think I'm going to take a little bit, just kind of bring it out past my lash line a little bit. It's probably about as close to graphic liner as I'm ever going to get. That looks pretty. I'm going to take Blend Bunny 2 and I'm going to go into this palette with those really pretty deep rich purple shades. I'm going to go into this shade right here and just lay that right in the inner corner. Oh, that's pretty. This shade is a little glittery too, but it's not as like grainy and gritty as the shade that's in this palette. Oh, this is so pretty. I just feel like I should be out like in the Sakura blossom fields in Japan right now. I just feel so just soft and pretty. Oh, I'm loving these little palettes. Real quick, I actually forgot to do this before I did my eyeshadow. I'm going to go ahead and set my face using this A+ Oil Control Setting Spray. Also get this from ShopMissA. It's like $1.88. I like the matte spray better, but this one works okay too. So we're going to go ahead and throw this on. One thing I love about the AOA Studio setting sprays is the sprayer is so nice. It just disperses everything in a nice fine mist. It doesn't like shoot the product like on your face in a stream or anything. I'm going to throw on a little wing using my AOA Studio Artista liner. I usually do my liner off camera, but I thought, you know what the heck, we'll just go ahead and throw this on real quick. I'm just doing a little small wing, nothing severe. Then I have some AOA Studio lashes that I'm going to throw on as well. This is such a good liner. Next to my NYX Epic Ink, this is my favorite. I mean, as you can see, it just goes on so smooth. It doesn't drag, it doesn't tug. You know, I have looser skin on the outside of my eyes, slightly hooded, and also I'm over the age of 40, so. And this just glides, as you can see, just over everything. It's such a nice liner. Alright, so I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to throw on my lashes, and then we will come back and we will throw on one of these Wonder Matte Liquid Lipsticks. For my lashes today, I am using 1641 Sadie. These are the AOA Studio 3D Faux Mink lashes. They are $1.55. This is part of one of their charity editions. These lashes are so pretty. I think I'm going to get some more. I wish when I made my last ShopMissA haul, I went ahead and got a couple more of these. This style is really, really pretty. I also went ahead and threw in my waterline one of the AOA Studio gel liners. I meant to do this on camera, but I forgot. This shade is in Jellyfish. It's just a really pretty kind of a muted pink, but it adds a really nice amount of brightness in that lower waterline. I took that shade, a really pretty kind of a shiny, like almost white pearl shade here, and I took it underneath in the inner part. I'm really liking how this look is coming out. All right, now for lips, I have two shades of the Wonder Matte Lipsticks. I don't know what the shades are. They're down there, but they're like really, really small. I think I'm going to go with this one. This is a really bright pink. I don't think I want to go super bright with the lip when I have like the really pretty bright pink and kind of, you know, pinky cheek going on. So I think I'm going to do this one. It's a really muted, kind of a coral pink shade. I'm going to line my lips with Hearts as a Beauty Bay liner, and then we will throw this on. This is not my first time using the Wonder Matte formula. I have one other shade, but this is like, I think, a little bit reformulated, and the packaging has been updated. But the Wonder Matte lips are like really, really nice. They're super creamy, very comfortable, and they're also very long wearing. And these are only $1. So that is everything I have today in this kind of trying new makeup haul from ShopMissA. And you guys, I am really loving the way this look came out. I think it just looks so soft. Just soft and pretty is what I feel like today. I'm loving the way that all the products performed. There wasn't anything that didn't perform well for me today. The palettes are just absolutely gorgeous. I am so freaking in love. The only product that I wasn't 100% thrilled with is the liquid highlighter from Malibu Glitz, only because it wasn't as smooth as I would like, and it did show off a little bit more texture. But other than that, Everything performed beautifully. If you liked the video, be sure to give the video a thumbs up. It really does help with my channel. If you are new to my channel and you are not already subscribed, I would love it if you would consider joining my little family and hitting subscribe. And you can also follow me on my other socials. I am on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Be safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.